because before BTS, I thought Big Bang was gonna be the group that was going to shine here.
Yeah.
But then
And then they went Big Bang.
but then they went Bang Bang. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the ReLax podcast, where we talk anything and everything. My name is B. With me, of course, are my guys Yi.
What's up?
Lee.
Hello.
And Sia.
Yo.
Today's a special day, guys. We have a guest on who is a Hmong artist from the duo, right?
Yeah.
Of Long and Charles. We got Charles Vang, everybody.
How's it going?
Charles, you want to introduce yourself to the crew?
Yeah. My name is Charles. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 28. And been doing music for a while now. Just kind of been low key, been busy, but it's still going. It's still happening.
Nice.
Cool. You always been in Milwaukee?
Yeah, born and raised. I went to college in Stevens Point for about 3 years. Came back to Milwaukee, and I'm here now.
I always thought you were from Oshkosh, bro.
I know. See, that's where Long is from. Long's from Oshkosh. And I get that every time. They're always like, Appleton, Oshkosh? And yeah, born and raised Milwaukee, man.
Oh, I did not know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, man, we want to dive deep into your music career because today's going to be kind of digging deep into the music industry or the Hmong music industry.
Yeah.
And because you are a Hmong artist, we want to kind of, interview you a little bit. So I got a question for you.
Sure.
Wait, where is my question, bro? Where did y'all change it? Oh, here it is. All right. How did you get to singing, just in general?
I feel like for me personally, I started singing when I was probably like 7. Randomly started singing some Alicia Keys to my brother.
Nice.
And he was like, dude, you could sing? I'm like, oh, I didn't know. And then from there, it kind of like boosted my ego a little bit. And then I started singing. And I was in choirs and all throughout school. And I was in a little bit of show choir. I did musicals, all of that kind of fun stuff. And
So you performed too, y'all.
I performed, yeah. I've been on stage. I was in Grease, the musical.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been singing for a long time. Started playing guitar when I was probably like 15 years old. Mm-hmm. So it's been about 18 years, just about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you just kind of like it?
Yeah.
Just
I think
became an interest?
Yeah, no, music's always been something it's always been a part of my life. It's my dad was really big into music. He played guitar and he was in bands himself. So just having that exposure, I think really solidified it for me that this is going to be a part of my life.
Cool.
What band was he part of?
Nothing big. I think it's more of just like like him and his friends. But they've done shows around.
So you got it in your blood.
It might be.
And what's your favorite Alicia Keys song then?
Oh man, Alicia Keys. It's got to be. What is it called?
Sing it then.
Ain't Got You.
If I Ain't Got You.
If I Ain't Got You.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good
one.
I don't know how that goes, man. You should sing it,
I
man.
forgot.
Mine is My Boo
Oh, that's always
with
a good one.
Usher.
Usher.
That
Yeah,
one's
that's a
nice.
classic.
I got to go with No One.
Oh, I like that one too.
Ooh.
No one's.
That sounds just like the one that you
Ain't Got You?
Yeah. No.
Nah.
No.
You're
saying No One,
No
I ain't
one.
got you, baby. Oh man, that's two different songs.
That's pretty different.
That sounds the same though. All right. Anywho, going back to the podcast.
Yeah.
So you and your boy Long,
Yeah.
you guys created kind of a duo, like I almost called it a band.
Yeah.
What started that?
The thing is, I feel like we've always been a duo in our own ways. I'm sure Long's been doing music. He's been playing in bands, like in high school band his whole entire life too, from what I understand. And I used to spend summers up there where I would just hang out with Long for like a whole entire like month, And eventually I started picking up music, and then through that, me and Long, I started showing Long like the guitar, and then I would be gone for a few months. I'd come back and Long, it's like all of a sudden really good at guitar out of nowhere, and then we start jamming, and then from that, like we were probably like 16, 17.
Sure.
So we've always been jamming. We pick up kind of right where we left off every time. Yeah, so I think through that we kind of just started finally writing music, producing music, and then sharing each other songs that we've been writing. And you know, I think
One thing led to another. and-
one thing led to another, and I
Yeah.
think we just like decided, you know, are we gonna make this happen? Is this gonna actually happen? And we just decided, you know, let's do it. And then we happened to just be lucky enough to be surrounded with the right people, and
Sure.
got the opportunity to work with Shu Lore from the Kong and Shu project.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
They got
He-
good music too, man.
yeah, so he's actually, you know, although, you know, the Kong and Shu project, it's not as prevalent as it used to be. Shu's been doing a lot of, you know, behind the scene work. He's been producing a lot of music, and he reached out to us because we had a song we sent to him, like, hey, check it out. And he decided to reach out to us back and, you know, said basically, I want to produce a song for you guys. And then that kind of led to...
A song? That one song?
It was one song. It was our single Tito Ka. That one hits home because like I remember specifically, you know, you know, hanging out. I was by myself listening to music, and then Long sent me a song, and he sends me the first half of the song, and then I'm here thinking like, oh man, and he's like, I don't know where to go with this. I don't have a chorus. And I'm like, dude, I hear it already. And I immediately go to my studio and I lay out a chorus. I send it back to him. And then that's what started the whole, you know, LC, Long and Charles, that we were gonna start this band. It was gonna be real, you know.
Dude,
with
that's
this
my
duo.
that's one of my favorite songs from you guys, dude.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a really good song.
It's I think it's one of those where Yoko Mlong Jelu, right? You listen to the
The lyrics.
you know, the actual lyrics of it. It hits a little deep, you know. But all credits to Long, man. He's very creative, and that was something that he started, and I just kind of threw little ideas here and there. But yeah, man, that guy's really creative. So it's more an honor for me to work with the guy. You know?
Yeah. Because I know my wife, who actually is a friend of your girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say wife. My bad.
Tune in next time.
Too fast there, B.
Anywho, no. I remember Pachua sent Gosheng like, hey, maybe you should look at this song because that my wife, her father passed away not too long ago, and Gosheng was one who was like, yeah, Pachua sent me this song, and it's very calming and very soothing, and it's healing, and really grateful that Pachua actually sent that out to her because she really enjoys that song.
Oh, wow.
as well.
Yeah, shout out to Patrol then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Big shout outs.
Pachua,
You know how you were talking about you and Long were talking about not understanding or not how to figure out the chorus and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dive deep into your brain of a musician. How do you come up with lyrics? Do you just like write it down? Is it like stories of your life? Is it just stuff that you've gone through? How do you write lyrics?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a little bit of both. I feel like, and it does it differs from person to person. Sometimes you can literally sit there, have no care in the world, and just throw lyrics together, and it's gonna sound nice. But I think the thing with me and Long in our music, and probably one of the reasons why I feel like our music isn't super mainstream, it really isn't. But that's never been our goal.
sure.
Our goal has always been to try to write music in such a way where you can relate to it, and truly relate to it if you listen to the lyrics. That's the biggest part. And we always write music with the mindset of, can you see this happening? Can you see the lyrics? Can you visualize?
Can you feel it?
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna make a music video, can you see this happening? When you listen to the
A
songs.
story, yeah.
Yeah, like a story, basically. But in terms of lyrically, what you're actually writing, a lot of it, from my perspective at least, it is a lot of personal experience or listening to stories from other people and trying to gauge that into
Turning that into
Yes.
the song, yeah.
putting words into that experience, and it's not the easiest thing.
bet.
We've been this Long and Charles project or duo for is it 3 years now, 3-4 years, and we don't have a lot to show for it. And that goes to show how hard it is to
Difficult it is.
Yeah, to put lyrics where you're gonna, be like, I'm satisfied. I'm happy with what I'm putting out there. You're never truly happy with it. That's what's making it, such a long process.
So, what inspires you then? Like, what inspires you and motivates you to keep making music?
I think for me personally, it's a big stress reliever. So like I work as a registered nurse, so like I spend a lot of time in a lot of stressful situations. On my days off, I'd like to my studio is in my basement, so I go to the basement and I just do music, and it takes my mind away from the stressors of the world, and I'm able to just go back to my happy place and
Just reset.
Yeah, exactly. And just
Zone
everyone,
in, yeah.
exactly. Everyone's got their own little way of relaxing, and
Yeah.
that's just what I have for me.
So have you ever? So obviously you know a lot of artists, you know a lot of musicians out there. Have you ever had like a mentor or someone just kind of like give you a piece of advice that you've kept with you throughout your journey, or is there a piece of advice that you would give to a newcomer coming up in the industry?
Yeah, and I mean, full disclosure, I by no means am I even do I consider myself like out there, or like speaking on behalf of the rest of the Hmong music community, because I'm not there. I feel like at one point I was, I may have been known by locals, but by no means, but from my personal experience, yeah, I have taken things from largely from Shu, who I've worked with personally, so a lot of tips from him. A lot of things I've taken from Banya Hyung, who is still also very much doing music. I think one of the biggest things she told me early on was, sing with emotion and make me feel what you're trying to tell me. And that's really changed how I've tried to project my voice, or trying to find that part of my voice where you can really try to make someone feel what your emotion is, whether if you're happy or if it's sad, or trying to make someone feel warm. Like that's what you're trying to find, and that's something that she told me. Oh gosh, maybe like 10 years ago.
How do you know Panya? She is one of my favorite. Artists.
She is awesome, man.
She's the one that sings what's that song?
Yeah.
Jambo Shore.
The national anthem.
The national anthem.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
She is the
gotcha.
singer of the national anthem. How do I know her? I feel like we also go way back. I was such a kid back then, but they were very just welcoming. That's the biggest thing. We wouldn't know each other if they weren't that kind of person. Her and Shu and Kong and all those artists, all those guys, they all really just they take you in, and they get to know you. They see you again, and they know you by name. That's one of the most important things is and keeping that kind of friendship going for this long. I've known her since I was a teenager, and I'm 28 now. So like she still sees you, and she calls you by name, things like that. So like I literally just met her at probably one of her concerts. I can't remember which one.
Oh yeah, I always thought you guys were related.
No,
or
man.
some way. No, huh?
No, it's literally you meet her, you tell her about yourself, and she remembers you, and then she sees you, putting your music out there, and all of a sudden she's calling you by name, and you're like, I still geek out every time I see her. I still fangirl every time I see her.
Oh, dude, me too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that her latest video where it's like her inspiration.
Yes.
Oh my god, that still brings me goosebumps, chills. She is one heck of a lady.
Yeah, she is definitely one of those, I would say, like definition like trailblazers for Hmong music.
Yeah, I would love to meet her. Maybe ReLax can meet her one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be
That'd be
awesome.
awesome, man.
Get her on the show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hi there, Charles. So let me know, what's your favorite and least favorite part about being a Hmong artist song?
Oh man, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
It is. The thing I like most about it is that Hmong music, from where it is, or from where it used to be and where it is now, we've evolved a lot. And so the fun thing about Hmong music is that there's a lot of untapped waters. A lot of things that Hmong people have not done with music yet. When you think about Western music, you think rock and country and you know, electric and all the different genres,
yeah.
that we have not touched. You know, we were very much like Thai music for a little bit. We were very much Chinese music for a bit, and now we're getting to we were rock for a bit too. Went to pop, and now we're following this R&B kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's not where I'm at though, you know. So like it makes it hard to be mainstream when you're really trying to stay true to yourself. And I think that's the most important thing about being a musician, regardless of, you know, fame or any of that, is that you're true to yourself. So I think. So to answer your question, the good thing about it, there's so much untapped waters that you can, you know, get into.
Explore, yeah.
Yeah, and
There's a lot of potential.
yes, a lot of potential. But the hard thing is, yeah, you're right. It's you know, being yourself completely, and doing something that you like. And there are a lot of those people who are mainstream and do things that they really enjoy. You know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You got a question?
Why? I guess, where do you see LC Long Charles? You know, going? Do you guys have any upcoming projects? You guys gonna put out another EP album?
Yeah.
New singles.
Yeah. We have so like we released our first 4 songs. Originally we had 8 songs total. I think we're up to maybe 10 total. But we have a whole second half of music that we've been wanting to release. It's been delayed. It's, you know, Shu is also a busy guy too, and he's one of those guys who, he doesn't want to release anything unless he's happy with the effort and never happy with the sound, satisfied, you know.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I feel like we're almost there, and and it's things that, you know, if you were to just listen to a track, it's gonna sound finished, you know. But to someone who's really trying to critique it for you know, this is my craft, this is my work, it's hard to say I'm satisfied with this. And so
and he may never be.
and
you know?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
that could very well be true
Yeah.
too, you know. But you know, we do have songs that are done, or songs that are basically at the cusp of being done and ready to be released. And beyond that, you know, we have been, in the meantime, we have also just been writing small things, getting small tunes out there, making sure that we're keeping this going, just in case we decide, hey, you know, let's get together again, and we will have, you know, another list of songs that we want to release. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Actually, quick question. Going back to what you said earlier about you and your dad. Do you ever thought of sing with your dad, or is that kind of like a thing where, I don't know the relationship between you know, but
Yeah.
like, have you and your dad ever karaoke together or whatnot? You know.
Yeah, so I mean, my relationship with my dad is all right. We're not super close, but like we share a lot of, you know, common interests. We're really big into sports, so when we get together, we're talking sports. Music is one of those things where we are like both very enthusiastic about it, but we come from different generations, and so we have different tastes. But you know, every now and then my dad will still comment on my Facebook and say, "Hey, nice song," or "Good job," you know. And so I think that for me is affirmation that
What you mean?
I think he likes what I'm doing. So
that's
and
good,
he-
man.
Yeah, and he has questions about it, you know. But I've never actually, you know, I don't think I've actually sat down and like jammed and sung with my dad. I've sung a lot and jammed a lot with my mom.
Yeah.
She's very much, she likes to sing a lot too, so I play and she sings and we sing.
That's
together.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And the
Musical
genes.
family, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's right. You know, that's a good segue actually, because
yeah.
our first question is going to be about the older generation
Yeah.
compared to the new music nowadays.
Yeah.
But you know, you are a humble dude. I'm telling you that right now. You're a humble dude, and you know, you got to give yourself some credit, because I think you and Long are out there. And you know, we're in La Crosse and you're in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And our people here know about you guys. So
Yeah.
you guys know it. I'm pretty sure the cities and all of them know it too. So you're pretty humble. But hey, check them out, guys. All right. Is it just LC YouTube or?
Yeah, I think it's youtube.com @LC.
Yeah.
See,
You don't
long,
even
long
know.
and Charles.
I should know,
this.
guys.
I should know these things.
We'll put the post. We'll put the link.
Check below.
No, yeah, in the description. So make sure you guys follow them and make sure you guys like their videos too.
Yeah, for sure. And we're happy to have him on today because we're gonna dive into the Hmong music industry.
Yeah.
Let's do
All
it.
right. So we got about maybe 3 or 4 questions. We're gonna go right into question number 1
Yep.
today. All right. Question 1: what have you seen in the Hmong music industry today that is different compared to the older generations?
Yeah, tough question actually. I mean, it's a good question. I feel like with music and the older generation, there is a lot of similarities. There's a lot of songs that start the same, kind of sound the same, but it depends on the artist and how they sing it, and that's what makes that song popular. With a lot of songs back then too, there wasn't a lot of originality. A lot of songs were, just this, Hmong lyrics with karaoke or instruments of, Thai music or Chinese.
Like remade and replayed.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of that, but as the generations progress forward to having technology and having an experience producing music and whatnot, you get a lot of like Luva and Paradise and Destiny, guys that actually play and produce their own music.
Yep.
And so that's where the creativity starts and where originality starts, and you start getting a lot of hits where this is like this is them. You don't hear this, like there's a lot of songs where you hear it and like you hear American songs, right? And you're like, oh, that actually sounds like this Hmong song I know. And then you go back to the Hmong song and you realize they took it from that original American Western song. You know?
Yeah.
So
That's actually true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or either you hear the Hmong version first, and then you hear like the original Thai version, and it's like, oh,
That's very similar.
they got it from the Thai song.
You got a song on top of your head right now?
No, I do not.
I can't
Dude.
think of one.
Zhanggo, the song, it goes, Yo mua inu con yo toku. Na 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 na.
That's a Thai song?
It's a Western American song.
What song is that?
It's called 500 Days.
Really?
500 days.
Ain't that song? That song was by Four Seasons, ain't it?
I don't know. I don't see where does it start?
Yeah.
Because the American version goes, if you miss the train I'm on, you will know that
Same
I'm
melody,
gone.
huh?
Yeah.
Something.
Damn.
500
So
days.
Charles, from what I'm hearing, back in the day, we
We bite a lot.
yeah, we didn't care about copyright rules.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to make money now. No, but they were still original in their own ways, right? But it's a different twist, and it is our experiences as Hmong Americans. When we came here, what did we have, and what did we grow to learn to use, right? As we learn to produce music, as we learn to get into that kind of industry, then it starts to grow. Now we have great producers that can make music for us that are original. We have
Right.
producers that we don't even know names of,
Right.
but they do it for us or for artists that you see nowadays. But they don't get the recognition. You see the face, you hear the voice, and that's who the artist is. But there's a lot of people
Behind it.
making,
Yeah,
exactly,
behind the
making
scenes.
those
Behind the
songs.
scenes.
Yeah. So I guess to answer your question, what was it?
What's the difference?
What's different? Yeah, I mean it's technology. It's learning how to integrate, and then now also just becoming mainstream and
Big time.
yeah.
Big time. What about you, Sia? What do you notice, bro?
I'm actually gonna like kind of stride away a little bit, but I think it's the way like we promote music these days
Oh yeah.
compared to how people used to do it back in the days, bands and artists. These days you have social media platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, where you can promote your music.
Instagram.
Instagram,
Yeah, lady.
We're gonna have that page soon.
and the difference is back in the day, if you wanted these music, the only place you can get it is at tournaments.
Hard copies.
Hard copies.
Yeah.
Now you can get it online. You can buy it on their websites if they have websites. Facebook, you can order on there. It's crazy.
Illegally download.
Illegally downloaded now.
Not
Yeah.
Right, Lee?
promoting that though.
No, I'm just saying.
LimeWire.
It's there. It's there for you. Yeah,
You
LimeWire.
know,
I haven't heard Lime.
before that,
I
like
know.
you said, it
Only
was just
some people
hard
understand.
copies.
Yeah.
And the only way you would be able to hear it is if you bought it.
You bought it.
The hard copy.
That's it.
because you can't upload it, you can't do nothing.
And then after that, if you had it, I can copy from you.
Yeah.
You know, and then after
You rip
that,
it, yeah.
now
Yeah,
you
you
can
rip
do
it,
LimeWire.
and you sell it, dude.
Yeah. Now you do LimeWire,
you rip
Napster.
it. I remember that term.
Sound personal.
That's called
Ah.
that's called hustling.
But you know, like, I think, like, another difference is artists these days can interact with their audience through comments and shares and likes. While back then, there was really no way to connect with the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Paradise and those guys, you know, when they grew up, when we started listening to them, how did we tell them that we like it and we don't like it? We just buy their CDs, right?
Yeah.
But now, if they post a video online, oh my gosh, hit the like button.
Heart it.
You know, like
Yeah.
heart it, type like, oh my god, like keep doing your thing. You know, I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Listen.
You get initial feedback.
You
right
get
away.
initial feedback right away, and you can contact and you can talk to that person like right there. Like, what can I work on? You know, we like this, we don't like this, and how they vibe and like and dislikes.
Yeah, yeah.
No
Yeah.
joke. I wish we still had those hard copies and stuff. When we go to tournaments, I would love to see Paradise Destiny in person
Yeah.
and then buy their disc.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But nowadays we just download it off of, I mean, we buy it off of LimeWire.
They're looking at me for it.
But you know, like even at tournaments, still like July 4th and Memorial Day, Labor Day, like Dang Tao and David Yang,
Yes.
those guys are still there.
Right,
They're still
right,
promoting the music, but
Yeah.
different from now and back then. You know.
I saw this one post on Facebook. These dudes starting to sell flash drives, dude,
Flash drive with
and ship them out
Wow.
of their music
Wow.
Flash drive.
instead of like CDs and like
So if you delete the stuff on the flash drives, can you use the flash drive
Yeah.
for something else?
but basically
That's their way.
they're shipping out music.
What are you using
They're,
it for?
they're sending out the
To
music,
download their music.
Oh.
Oh,
But these are probably like cheap, not
Sure.
a lot of memory.
Yeah,
flash
yeah.
drives,
Enough just to
Yeah.
sell like their
Yeah,
audio
you know.
album.
So I
I
mean,
never heard of that.
Is that what you do?
but I remember going to J4 and these guys was just handing out free mixtapes. I don't know if you guys remember those times.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
handing out their mixtapes, handing out
Yep.
CDs from their backpacks, dude. They're not even selling it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like check out our stuff.
Yeah,
you
dude,
know.
just check our stuff, flyers,
Yeah.
free mixtape, and it's just like
Before social media.
CDR.
Yeah,
Just,
That was
just
social
right,
media.
They
Yeah, it
just
was.
right
That's
there,
wonderful.
like, you know,
that's how they promote
just right
themselves.
there, like freaking name on it and volume 1, and
Yeah,
that's it. No like sticker and
Because
nothing
you got to
on it.
drive home, you got to listen to something. You put a CD in.
Yeah,
or a
Like,
tape.
oh, I got
Yeah,
the CD
cassette,
from
yeah.
the random guy. Like, let's listen to it.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's a good point.
What was that in Orlando? We went to Orlando, and
Yeah, it was Miami.
Miami.
Miami,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and someone was trying to sell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were walking down Ocean Ave, and
yeah,
this dude came up and see if we wanted to buy a CD.
yeah.
Actually, he gave it to us, and if it was for free, I would have took it.
But
But-
how much was he gonna charge?
I don't know.
remember.
what he
Yeah,
wanted. Maybe like $10 or something like that.
but it was a CD of his music of
Yeah.
his fire music. He said.
But
Yeah.
we didn't buy it.
We didn't want to support him.
We should have just told him to like give us a live performance before we bought it, y'all.
Yeah.
Could have been like a teaser or something.
Yeah.
Would have fired, dude.
Hey Lee, you got some, bro? Hey,
Uh,
what's the difference for you, man?
The difference? The old songs, it was way slower for sure.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
Some, I
Oh,
would
yeah?
say.
A majority
Yeah,
of them are pretty
yeah.
slow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a lot of the
Tempo.
songs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the old songs nowadays at the Hmong parties, it's like the older songs, they slow dance.
Mm.
But then more upbeat songs, it's like the newer generations
Yeah.
nowadays. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you won't hear Ishi Ning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Any,
hip-hop
like,
or whatever.
like, upbeat song.
But dude, when Ishinin comes on,
That's bomb.
You gonna dance for sure, dude.
Bro, there's a lot of songs like that though. You hear the first like
2
seconds,
seconds.
Yeah.
and you're
and
like,
then everyone gets up.
Yeah.
Everyone gets up
You
and goes to the
instantly
floor.
know it, dude.
Yeah, I don't
If-
care if I'm
if you
single,
know
I'm
it.
taking whatever.
I'm still
out.
eating.
When you come out the bathroom quick.
You still jump one time. Yeah, those are the two differences that I see in Hmong music these days. But I feel like Hmong music, it's going the right path, and I like it. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, another thing is back in the day, they kind of had like a Korean vibe. You know, like the
What?
blonde tips, goggles, and like
That's Korean.
no, but you know, yeah. Like they had like a Korean like
That's the '90s vibe.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
like
90s
the-
vibe. I got you.
Yeah,
The
but
long-
then the
long
flares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you're talking about like the tire.
The trend. The
Yeah.
trend. Yeah, was different, right?
That's mainstream back then, bro.
Yeah, I was sick, man. My brothers and them, they all like had goggles and like
Flares.
Yeah, flares.
Hella
Yeah.
gel.
Yeah.
Gel
Gel.
hair.
Hard as heck. Their hair was hard as hell, dude.
And compared to nowadays, yeah, what is
That's
it?
you too,
Dude,
Joe.
it's just like slick back.
It's just slick.
it's
Yeah.
just-
Wake up, put a hat on.
yeah, you.
You don't care.
Look at this.
Yeah, hat.
Yeah. What about you, Yi? What's the difference,
What
man?
was the biggest difference? I think I have to go back to like what Charles said, like untapped waters, because I think like Lipo said, a lot of them back then are slower. You know, I think simple lyrics back then.
Yeah, simple with lyrics.
And so I think with this untapped water, different genres that we are like kind of like dipping our toes into, autotune.
Yeah.
We have people or artists that sound more mainstream than let's say in the 90s, and actual producers that would produce or have produced beats and people will actually buy. So I think a lot of it has to do with like money and quality.
Like nowadays, we have more money.
More money to invest into music, into like
Better quality and
quality
everything.
Oh,
gear,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
have actually one dude behind the scenes just his job is just to produce and people can buy,
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Because I mean, I think you mentioned it earlier, Charles, where back in the day they were the singers, the videographers, the producers, and now like
they
you
got
mentioned now-
set positions, like if we're gonna shoot a music video, we're gonna hire somebody to shoot a music video for us and produce it versus we shoot ourselves, so makeup artists, I don't know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
that
That goes
stuff like that. I think change a lot, and I think a lot of that comes with time though.
Do we have like record deals?
Record deals,
Like
Or, like-
record like
There are.
labels?
There's like Yellow Diamond production.
Yeah. Are they still
Hey,
around?
Shia. I think they are. They've been kind of low key
Yeah.
Yeah.
as of
okay.
recently, but I'm sure they're working on.
they were
things.
probably one of the biggest in the Hmong
They
industry.
were,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
YDR.
YDR.
Deng Xia was like,
Yeah, Ding Shell.
next to them too.
Is that with Ding Tao and Hoochie in them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember Shaolin ENT?
Shaolin ENT, Rare,
Rare.
Rare.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Damn, that was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Evolution Records. Man,
Who's that?
Man.
That's Kong and Shoe Project, I think.
Oh, that was them?
I think it's
Oh.
Evolution.
That was way before.
Yeah, that's when they started.
Yeah.
That was the bridge, huh?
Yeah, I
That-
do
that-
feel like
that
that was
group.
the bridge. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they brought in a lot of the big name, Kong and Shoe,
Yeah.
Panya, Deuce Khan, and those
Yeah.
guys kind of rose
yeah.
up.
And now they have like individual producers. You're talking about like Kinang.
Kinang.
Yeah.
Kinang. You're talking about Kinang.
That
You're
guy's
talking
pretty good.
about
Yeah.
DJ Peter.
DJ Pretty's pretty
Yeah.
You're talking ZS Records. Producing a lot of these artists
Oh,
are coming
yeah.
right now.
Shoe Lord.
Yeah, Shoe,
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah. And a lot of international producers too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Young Hmong, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes along with my point. What I was gonna say is the technology and just the social media. How we're all
Yeah.
integrated and we're all part of the industry. It's easy to communicate to one another. I said technology because we do have better mics. We do have better softwares out there that has complex filters. Maybe that can enhance your voice, or maybe
Your imagely, like
Yeah, even though like you suck at singing, yeah, they'll fix it.
they gotta do for that. They gotta do that, has that position,
yeah, for sure. And my other
To a
point
certain
too.
point though. I mean, if you like,
If you're really trash,
Be
Yeah.
surprised.
You're just trash.
sometimes you
You'd be
can't fix that.
no matter how expensive the equipment is, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, my other point is Achene, I noticed that lately we have more individual artists compared to like bands back in
Yeah.
the day,
Oh yeah.
right? So back in the day, and when we grew up, we were in the '90s. That's where the age of the band or
Yep.
boy bands come out. Like the Paradise, the Destinies. I mean,
Sounders. KLS.
White Shadow,
White Shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
man.
And now it's more individual vocalists. And I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just the flow of the new generation, or maybe it's easier to move
To
along
navigate, yeah.
with just being an individual artist compared to the band. But that's just kind of what I noticed. But I think that's almost mainstream too, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I
Mainstream,
think
oh,
yeah, because you don't see a lot of bands nowadays versus
Single
back
artists.
then. You know, like
Right.
Backstreet Boys, we got NSYNC,
Yeah.
Westlife, whatever, whatever. What are the bands?
98 Degrees.
98 Degrees,
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men,
Yeah.
All for One. You know,
Yeah. But Destiny and Paradise, they're kind of making a little
Comeback.
comeback.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
but like their group now is like it's
Just
narrowed down too though. You know,
It
Sounders
is,
and
yeah.
yeah.
Sounders is like just Ty. You know, I don't know who's behind it, but you know, playing. But it might just be a one man band, and he
Yeah.
might just be carrying the name. Same with Pong. You know, Paradise. He's been coming out with, you know, a few singles, and you know they got that their album that they dropped last year.
Last year.
Yeah, and so
I love it. I love how they're
Good
coming back,
album.
though. Yeah.
yeah,
Try
Gotta
to
show these young bucks. You know,
It's a little,
Still got
a little
it.
throwback. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right though. You know, a lot of these bands, what we thought were bands, you know, they are just very much like one or two people, or like two brothers, three
Yeah,
brothers, or
yeah,
it's a small band now.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Um,
So like I don't know if like when they go perform, do they have a set band that plays their songs, or do they just play an instrumental and just sing? You know.
Yeah.
So is that considered a band now?
I don't know, Charles.
Yeah,
So
I don't
so
know.
if Pong
yeah.
just shows up to like a concert and he doesn't play his own music
He just
and he just does the vocals,
Pong Paradise, I guess.
is he considered a band or is he just an artist?
Oh,
I mean, he's an artist.
He's an artist.
I mean, like, is he like an individual or is he like a band?
That might be dependent
That's
on
debatable.
that person.
Yeah, because when you associate him, what like for example, you know, with Ty, right? Sounders Ty.
Yeah.
His YouTube, it's him playing guitar and it's him, I'm sure, like producing his own music, and he sings his own song. But his YouTube is Ty Sounders.
Ty Saunders.
Ty Saunders.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh, sure.
no one knows him as, oh, that's Ty. Like if you're a regular fan, you know him as Sounders. You don't say, oh, that's Ty, and you know he's the lead singer of Sounders. So
Yeah.
to associate that name with his, I think that helps with promoting
Right.
his name and their brand.
Instead of just having Paradise, like
Yeah.
Pong doesn't have Pong Paradise, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Paradise.
Yeah.
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 I guess would you go up to an artist and say, "Hey, you're a band"?
Like just an individual one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't, I guess.
You wouldn't,
No,
right? You're considered an
just
artist.
a singer.
Or you know.
Yeah.
Individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's with those artists, they carry the band name with them now.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus, you know, like,
Pong Yang,
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
They're specific.
or I think his name is Fong. I think.
I mean, you would do that too, y'all, because
Because I don't think if I was an artist and I had a band, I wouldn't consider myself a band if those guys weren't with me.
well, that's smart in the production phase, though.
But I think you could carry the name,
Right.
but I don't think I would consider myself a band.
If Pong came out, so imagine if you're a 19-year-old right now, or
Yeah.
maybe a 21-year-old
And you don't-
who's
and-
never heard of
Yeah.
or never had known who Pong was,
Yeah.
but have heard of Paradise. Now you know Pong was the lead singer of Paradise.
So it's
Yeah.
marketing.
So it's marketing, yeah.
Marketing
yeah,
helps
not
them.
production,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys
Marketing.
think about like One Direction. When you hear Zayn, you're like, who's Zayn? Zayn from One Direction. You know?
Yeah.
He branched out and he was able to be successful with himself and his own music.
Yes.
But you still associate him as he used to sing with
Yeah.
One Direction.
One Direction.
That's the
Right.
same argument right there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Speaking of the mainstream, that's a good segue to our next question. Do you guys think, like Hmong music, Hmong artists, whether it's past, present, or maybe in the future, can we go mainstream?
Of course,
Yeah,
dude. That's an easy
I think
answer.
we're already going, man.
I think, yeah. I mean, I
think-
think we're already heading that direction.
I think we're heading there, but I think we're slow on it though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What you mean?
we're slow on it. Like I think we're like a I don't know,
A
some
few
sort
years slower.
I think it
What?
goes. No, it does go back to what Charles says, like the genre. Like I think we're so comfortable with doing
Yeah.
love songs, slow songs,
Oh,
R&B.
yeah.
Yeah. We're not like just country songs or yada yada. You know, to kind of like branch out. We're very comfortable with what.
We're
We're
slow
doing.
at
Yeah.
exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I don't know, maybe we're so afraid of new waters.
Mhm.
Of
The deep
you know,
end.
of people not liking what we
Rejecting
put out.
you.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we stick with what we are comfortable with, and we get the feedback that we want. Maybe.
I think when if you ask the question for mainstream as in within our community, we're there. But if we're saying mainstream, as in like with the rest of the music world,
Branching out.
branching out with small indie artists or that community, or our big Hollywood industry. I don't know if we're exactly there. I think we're heading the right way. There's a lot of people that and when we talk about Hmong music, like, do we mean our actual Hmong lyrics being out there, or like how BTS could literally put their music on our radio, not understand what the heck they're saying, but it's on our mainstream radio, right?
Yeah. I think regardless, like language, English, I'm just kind of curious, Hmong artists, are
Hmong
we able
yeah,
to
in general
to make it to Hollywood?
Yeah.
And say you mentioned that Achene, what did you say over here? Yeah, the power of the internet. Is that what you were saying earlier?
Yeah.
Or,
I mean,
or you're gonna say?
Like I said earlier, like the argument of what the difference was back in there now, like you can be popular on YouTube, and that can help you. Like Spotify, Facebook, Pandora, YouTube. I mean, just look at Kalia Universe.
Yeah.
Like she's already mainstream in Japan.
Yeah.
Like news in Japan have broken out about Chinchilla and Kalia Universe and their music. Like that's
How
crazy.
did that happen, y'all?
Yeah, and dude,
What you
and
mean, man? They got YouTube over there.
No, as in like, how did Kalia Universe?
But,
like,
dude,
There's
how-
gotta be
how did it
Hmong
get there?
people in
It's
Japan
universe.
that's sharing that.
dude, if you go back and watch
Yeah,
that
yeah.
video, the actual video, it does have a Japan vibe to it. It's
Oh,
like
yeah?
dark, gritty, got neon colors, got sports cars,
Yeah.
and they're Asian. That probably helps. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
that argument what you said earlier was whether it's Hmong lyrics or not. She sings Hmong in that specific song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't understand what she's saying, and
It just sounds good, dude.
it just
Like,
sounds good. The beat, like the lyrics, the
Yeah.
music video itself. Like I said, it's got a Japanese
melody,
vibe to
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's why she's Kalia Universe.
Universe.
Yeah.
Ah, smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Taking over, man.
Lee, you think somebody's gonna make it in the Hmong community?
Yeah, I think he's gonna make it, dude.
Yeah, shout.
Yeah, I think so too, man. It's gonna take a while, but we headed in the right direction.
Yeah, we going there. We going there.
There's a lot of artists out there that are younger and they have potential to go. I think,
There
but
are.
go ahead, Lee.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Yi.
I think artists is like Kid Swami.
Yeah.
Yes.
He came up and he has his own like kind of vibe, and he features artists that he pays, and these are like not big name, but these are well known artists that aren't Hmong too on his songs. Kalia Universe can go mainstream with her style.
Yep.
I think David Yang has a chance, man. David Yang is one of those artists that gets a lot of attention in the Hmong community,
Yeah.
and I think now he's like kind of settled into the Hmong community.
Yeah.
But he's not doing so much more, like English songs or rapping as much. But I think if he would have stuck with that, he could have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's reaching out more to the international
Yeah.
Hmong community.
Yeah, that's been very popular.
Oh yeah.
Artists is
Collabs.
featuring.
He's always working with that one
Yeah.
girl. What's her name again?
Hua.
Hua. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hua.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she's been pretty good too. She's been like up there as well.
too. Yeah.
Right. Right.
So some of these artists are they can. But like I said, they're touching new waters that the Hmong ear isn't like maybe feeling yet. But
Right.
they're heading in that direction,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like is mainstream
Yeah.
ish more.
Yeah. And David Yang is, like I said, he's also one of those catalysts, one of those trailblazers for the Hmong community in terms of music.
Yeah.
Who was actually rapping and singing together the way he did. And,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. His rapping is so underrated still.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
do
yeah.
a lot of it anymore, but when he does,
Yeah.
he can make a living off of that.
It's
He really
different.
can.
He
Yeah.
revolutionized the Hmong music industry. I
He
think.
really
Yeah.
did.
He definitely
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He completely did.
right?
When he
Because
first-
who was before him? Just Rare and them. That's it.
Yeah.
Rare LP.
Rare was just
LP.
focus on the Hmong community.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
But I think when David came in,
Yeah.
he took the industry by storm.
Yeah. And he really opened that's the thing. He opened the door for a lot of you look at social media now, you look on YouTube, type in Hmong music, you see a lot of people that you've never seen before. But he really opened up that door for everyone to be like,
Yep.
I could do it too. I've got a little bit of talent, I could do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he doesn't seem to stop. he just
Yeah.
continues
He's
to
still there.
produce,
Yeah.
Does
make
covers,
new music.
produce,
Yeah.
new music. Yeah.
Regardless of what people
Features.
say about him, he just continues,
Yeah.
like you said, trailblaze through everything,
Yeah.
and I applaud him for that.
You know, Charles, earlier you brought up like BTS. Like let's just take Korean music in general.
Mhm.
Just look at how long it took Korean music, because Korean has always had good music, good artists, you know, good night, like great bands,
Mhm.
but they've never really gone global, right? They've always kind of stayed within like the Korean
Or Asian community.
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
But just look at how BTS and Blackpink, how they just recently came out. I feel like it's only a matter of time before we get there too. It's gonna take time, but eventually we'll get there. Just look how long it took Korean music to get there.
Yeah.
And now BTS, dude, biggest
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
band
And
right
I think a lot of that has to do with not just the individual, just the band, but who's behind it, right? Like who is, I don't know, managing them, general managers and stuff like that. Like, hey, we should try this. You guys should wear this. This is the beat I want you guys. Whatever it is, you know. I think whoever's behind BTS, behind the scenes of BTS,
Yeah.
Nice. No pun intended.
is great. His mind,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
just to promote them, just to have them, you know, try different things and, you know, go mainstream with them.
That's very true. I can echo off of that because before BTS, I thought Big Bang was gonna be the group that was
Big
going
Bang.
to shine here.
Yeah.
But then
And then they went big bang.
they went Bang Bang.
He went the other way.
Yeah, but
No,
Well,
man.
from what I heard too, though, BTS had a good manager, someone who was able to really, really put their name and their story out there, and they got characters too, like really, really homegrown, you know, from the roots of their cities, and like they developed, you know, in a basement somehow, or maybe
in the
like
garage or
like a bar. I don't know where they were,
Right,
but I think they're homegrown, you know, and their story is pretty, you know, inspiring, and their music now it's catching on, and
I think. Go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
well, yeah.
I think it's just a matter of time until somebody catches on to the Hmong wave and be like, "Hey, I want you. I want to sign you. I want you and you to be in a band together. You know, duo, whatever it is, and be like, you guys got to trust me on this. This is what we're doing. We're doing tours. You guys
Like-
are wearing this.
like individually, you guys are great, but just
Yeah.
imagine if you guys were together.
Go into this genre. Try this genre. You know,
Yeah.
this is I'm managing you. You know." And so maybe Hmong artists aren't so big into having a manager.
Could be.
I don't, you know,
Yeah.
or nobody sees them yet to pick them up.
Possible.
too.
You know what I'm
Possible.
saying?
Well, you know, Charles, you said that, you know, as an artist, you have to stick to who you are, right, and what you're comfortable with, and I feel like BTS does that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they completely changed, you know, the Western industry. They were who they are. The Western industry just adapted to them,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Man,
That's true.
That thing just hit.
That's hard to do, man.
Yeah.
It is. And I think that's why, you know, besides BTS, who do you hear on the radio that, like,
Doesn't speak English.
that doesn't, yeah, that's not
Yeah.
English. Like, before BTS, technically it was Psy with Gangnam Style. That's because that went, like, viral.
One
Yeah.
song.
And that, I was driving on the road and I heard
Right.
something I
Oppa
didn't
Gangnam
understand.
Style.
Exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is on the radio now? You know?
What's he saying, dude?
But you liked it.
Yeah. You know, I was just gonna say too. I think you mentioned I think we are like a generation behind. You know, but we're starting to see little pockets of talents coming out of our home community, like Sunisa, sports industry,
Yep.
completely blew the world, just completely blew us away. You know, and then before her was like Brenda Song,
Yeah.
right? She is Hmong, correct?
Yes.
Hmong
Hmong Song, yeah. Your cousin.
My sister.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You know, like these little pockets, and I feel like the music industry is next. You know, it's got to be
That's
next.
true. We gotta start somewhere. I think I heard a story about BTS. When they initially started, they had a concert like I don't know in the U.S., but then like nobody came to see their concert, so they were out like at the stadium handing out their like flyers and come check us out. It's
Yeah.
free and everything, you know.
Yeah.
But now it's like
Sold out.
sold out. Yeah,
Everyone's
it's
trying to
crazy,
get it.
dude.
That's relatable.
Yeah.
Just like the streets of maybe
But
lacrosse.
I think
Milwaukee.
being good looking
J4.
helps out.
With a lot of makeup though.
And wearing makeup, yeah.
Being good looking helps, man. Come on, you gotta give it to the guys.
You know who I think could have gone mainstream? Vu Peter, bro.
Ooh, I agree.
Yeah.
Dude. I got
Oh my
He's got
good
the voice,
voice.
Yeah.
Dang.
Got such a unique voice.
He kind of just disappeared.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
kind of
Fall
sad.
off, man.
Should we do a shout out to him to make more music? Because
Yeah,
I
dude.
would love to hear.
Shout out
Oh, yeah.
Blue Peter, man.
Hopefully, yeah. But let's tag him too.
Do
Yeah,
more,
let's tag-
do more raps, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I man,
I really enjoyed his voice.
what is it? Julia? I mean, that song was nice.
Oh,
Julie. Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
person.
Yeah, yeah.
a girl. So
Monchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that song. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
song was nice. I hope he continues.
He's-
We don't know
yeah.
what's happening with his personal life
Yeah.
and whatnot,
Yeah,
but
he's-
I hope he continues.
Yeah, I think he's just got a lot going on, man. I follow him on social media,
Yeah.
and you know he's got wife, kids, and all that stuff.
For real?
dang, I didn't know that.
What?
Yeah,
I stay
Yeah,
low key
kid.
about that stuff, y'all.
You gotta.
yeah, and I do see that happening. You know, it tends to be a trend where, you know, when your
Yeah,
life starts to pick
yeah.
up and you get a wife, you have a kid, you know, the music part of your life kind of gets on the back burner. You know,
Priority.
Because
yeah.
the music don't pay the bills.
Yeah. Or,
You
you know,
know?
for some people it does.
Yeah, for some
and I'm
people.
sure for them it does to a certain extent too. But
Mhm.
you know, when you have a child that's crying and wanting your
Needs
attention
care.
and needs you to be there, you got to be there. You're not gonna put them in the back burner.
Or you can
Yes.
make a beat off of that. You know.
That'd be cool.
Well, yeah. Hey, Vu Peter, just do another song for
Yeah.
us, just for relax. All right.
Do you guys know he's actually like super talented?
I used to play in the band, dude.
He is really good at guitar. He could play the drums.
Yeah.
I'm sure he
Really?
plays the bass. I'm sure he's a great
He
singer.
plays a piano. I see him on live playing the piano,
Yeah,
and he's just jamming.
super talented.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
He could sing too. He's pretty
Instrument
good.
of nature, man. That's
Yeah.
what.
Instrument of
yeah.
nature.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be something personal that's going on, and hopefully he's doing well. But
Yeah.
there's got to be something that's kind of, you know,
In the way.
In the way.
Yeah.
So his priorities,
You know,
it's understandable.
It's guys like Death Rhyme too, right?
Yeah.
Fell off too, man.
I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure he's working behind the scenes. He's got his son. You know,
Man,
he's
yeah.
married now, but I'm sure a lot of things are happening behind the scenes.
Or it's kind of like, I need to finish his chorus, but I don't know what. The,
I'm gonna hit up Charles.
Like
How
I
do I
said, man, I
finish
got a lot of stuff behind the scene too. You know,
yeah.
Hey, man, he's in Milwaukee too.
he is, man. Actually, you know what?
Really?
Crazy story, man. I met Death Rhyme. I was just hanging out with one of my buddies, and he's like, "Yeah, just come over." I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm there, and I'm surrounded by like 2-3 other guys. I have never met these guys in my life. I'm just hanging out,
Yeah.
having a few drinks, and all of a sudden, my buddy's like, "Dude, this guy sings too. He could rap." I'm like, "All right, that's cool." And then at this time, you know, I can say that like I just started doing YouTube and like had 1 or 2 videos that got a lot of views. You know. So I was like recognizable in my local community, and then I met this guy. And I'm like, dang, he can rap. He's kind of good. And then literally within the year, he just
Blows
blew
up.
blew up.
Yeah. That's Deep House Boy, bro.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got my name after him.
Yeah.
They call me Death Lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I think before his music, I listened to his music before he blew up, and he would never show his face.
Yeah.
Like, his music would just be his
Black.
name, black. You know,
Or he wore a mask.
he wore he would never show his face until I don't know, maybe it was right before he signed with YDR,
Yeah.
and then he showed his face. And all his music came out, and then he blew up
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
We got a lot of respect for him though.
Yeah.
He's super humble.
Yeah.
You get to meet him in person. He's super
bet.
humble.
I met him one time at the Lacrosse New Year. Shook his hands because I was walking past him.
I met him one time at the beer garden in July 4th,
Oh yeah, I saw him there too.
where they were serving $5 beers. A couple of them.
Dang! Like that.
All right, guys, we're almost done, man. We got one more question. By all means, you tell. We were talking about different artists and whatnot. You know, you tell me, guys, what is your favorite artist or band of all time?
Of all time.
All time.
Just one.
One.
I don't know. Lee probably got a couple. I know.
Lee, who you got?
I do have a couple, but I'm gonna go with Destiny. I really like their Just for Love song.
Destiny Band. Shout out Destiny.
You know, when I was growing up, that was a song to go to, listen to.
That was the go-to.
Just for
Falling in
Love.
yeah. You know,
At Hmong parties when they
That's-
play that.
That's
Yeah.
their song right there.
Mhm.
That's an international song for
Yeah.
them, dude. Like, you go anywhere and say, "Hey, just for love,"
well,
Hmong
they
song.
know it's Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Destiny's song. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is that they incorporated English lyrics into this Hmong song, you know, and it actually worked out pretty good.
Just for
You
love.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, what about you, man?
Dude, I'm on the same path as Lipo. I mean, I grew up with 5 older brothers and 2 older sisters. And man, growing up, when they got ready for school and all they played were like KLS, Reflections, Paradise, Destiny, you know, Sounders. So growing up, it was just in the back of it was just what's ingrained it. Like, so now that we have YouTube and stuff, because back then, like we said, we had CDs and cassettes. YouTube now, like my go-tos, it's those boy bands, man. Like
Man.
I can't choose just one because
Yeah.
each band has like 1 or 2 good hits
Yeah.
that you always go to.
Come on, you
You have
gotta
to
do
choose
it. Yeah, you
one.
gotta choose one.
Top.
Come on, man. There's too many good bands out there.
Then it's
One. Okay, if anything, you can't choose top 2.
You can't choose Destiny because you know
Yeah, you can't choose the same.
then it's Paradise.
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 You can't
Yeah.
go wrong with that, dude.
Yeah.
That was like the Backstreet Boys in sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Paradise, man.
Crazy.
What about you, Charles?
Ah, man. Hands down. I think no question.
Hands
Sounders. Hands down. No, it's got to be Sounders, man, because
Yeah.
they've been so revolutionary with their music. You know, they were able to adjust and they could sing rock, like how when rock was popular, they were doing rock. You know, and then into the 90s, they were doing music. Into the 2000s, they were still doing music. And then they recently came out with the album like 4 years ago or so.
Yep.
And that whole album, that's one of the only albums I can honestly say I can listen to every single track from beginning to end and not skip a track because that's how good it is. And it's transition. It's I don't know. I can't find the word for it, but it's music that has adjusted to newer ears. You know, like
Yeah.
you don't have to have listened to them your entire life. You could be a new listener and be like, that's a good song.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, their lyrics are really good, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, like, they made a song about Te Lo Pita Lu. You know, is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, they made that sound awesome. And,
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty cool. What about you?
They got.
Oh, yeah.
I think
You
just-
go off of that.
Going off the Sounders, they have metaphors that aren't used with like other artists don't use it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I think their lyrics are like you said are like if you really listen to it is different. And Ty he sings with so much emotions, you know, that is different. Kind of like Panya, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't you know, like
Yeah.
I'm on like it's different.
Yeah.
And I think their band has always gone the extra mile to do things differently. I think whether that's quality, going to a professional studio to record,
Yeah.
getting professional, photographs taken, their flyers, their setup, maybe even like,
They just like go all out every time.
Yeah.
their concerts
Right.
are like different themes. You know, they wear
Yeah.
different things that you know.
The music's very timeless.
Yeah.
is what it is.
That's the word. Timeless.
Yeah,
Timeless.
and I think that their most recent album, like you said, is more of a like acoustic kind of like a pop, a little
folky
bit, yeah.
a little bit too, a little
know?
country in there
Yeah.
too. They're also one of those bands where like they sing Hmong music, but they can get away with putting English in their music. No one else can say email toku at
Yahoo.com.
Sounders at Yahoo. Who can say Yahoo.com in their song and make it a hit? You know? Only Sounders, man.
Yeah.
That was a good pick, Charles. What about you, Yee?
I don't know, man.
One.
One of my favorites
Of all time.
of all time.
I'll let you think about it. I'll go first.
Yeah, you go.
All right, you can't talk about Hmong music without Lu Ya.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Alright,
That guy's
that-
legendary.
He's
Yeah.
a legend. That's what it is.
That's my guy. And I think going off of you, yeah, I was unconsciously like ingrained in me to like Lu Ya because of my dad. All he listened to was Lu Ya growing up.
Yeah.
Or not growing up, but all I listened to was Lu Ya growing up.
you
My
grew up.
dad listened
Grew up
to
with
it.
your dad.
My dad had Lu Ya cassette in his car at all times. CDs, whatever. It's always Lu Ya.
That's your favorite, huh?
Yeah, that's my favorite. But the thing is with him though, you know, like his voice adapts to the music so well, and like you said, the emotions that he brings out to the listeners. You know, like his Onjua song. You know, it was a fast paced rhythm song, but his voice was able to capture the emotion that you want in that song, and you can feel that as a listener. And he was able to do that throughout all of his songs, and I really like that's one thing that really like caught my attention right away. And then actually, another thing too is what is it? What was I should say? Golly,
I don't know. Man.
I forgot. Golly, dang it! I had something in my mind. It was so important. Oh gosh. All right, did I buy enough time for you? Yee?
No, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm torn. I'm torn between these boy bands. See,
You can't pick any of these.
Yep, you
three.
can't
Yeah.
make Sounders, Paradise, and Destiny.
that's the top three, man, right there.
Yeah.
That's top three right there.
You still got KLS, Reflections.
To
don't-
you.
All night.
To you.
To
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shit.
Bro, I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. 3, 2,
I don't know.
1. Oh no.
Damn.
Dude. No.
Oh no. I don't know. He said.
I think it would have to be the boy bands, dude.
Yeah.
If I gotta give it to, I gotta give it to Paradise, man.
Yeah. Right on.
All
I
right.
gotta give it to Paradise because I had all their CDs. I don't know where it went, but
You're a true fan.
I had them, you know. And then we just didn't do CDs no more.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
You guys remember the one time we were in the Dells and we made the Paradise song and we were on the beach
Oh yeah, I remember.
We're like-
Yeah.
on the.
I'm in love.
I'm
Yeah.
in-
Y'all did a parody?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah,
this
yeah.
video?
I don't-
I want to see it.
It's,
I don't know where
it's
it
hidden away.
It's on YouTube, guys. Go look for it. I gotta give it to Paradise, man. I think their music wasn't like slow. They were more pop too. You know, they follow the culture a little bit. They had music videos, you know, at that time too. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dude.
Poppin'.
Yeah, I just
pick.
don't think you can't go wrong with them, dude.
I really like their Mustang music video with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what is
Two
that?
convertibles.
Yeah.
That's not
Paradise Party.
Paradise Party.
Yeah.
Paradise
Paradise
Party.
Party. Where you guys going? Paradise Party.
P-A-R-A.
Hey girls.
Yeah. See a little like, you know, little hip, you know, they got a little hip into them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of, you know, artists that we can pick from. Our last segment is going to be rapid fire questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to list off just some questions, and you just say it right on top of your head as fast as you can. So well, here's how we're going to do it, though. You go first, second,
Why I gotta go
third,
first?
fourth. It's going to be bang, bang, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to
Okay.
be bang, 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 and then, yeah, that's it. Okay?
Big bang.
1 second.
You're gonna trick us, something.
Basically. All right. Round 1. Hip-hop or rap?
Hip hop.
Charles.
Oh, hip hop.
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
What about you?
I'm good.
Oh, what?
Just for you guys. I'll say hip hop too. All right, next one. Tupac or Biggie?
Pac.
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 Pac. All right. Okay.
Pacquiao.
Okay, this one's good. Lu Ya or Bato?
Luya.
Batal.
Luya.
Luya.
Lu Ya.
Hey, Balthal's fire too, man.
Too soon.
Dude. Too soon, dude. He was-
R.I.P.
All right. Paradise or Destiny?
Paradise.
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 Destiny.
Paradise.
Oh my
Better than Destiny.
All right, next one. Vu Peter or Kool-Aid Cool?
Vu Peter, man.
Blue Peter.
Who Peter?
Easily, Vu Peter.
Vu Peter. No
Why
hate
you
on
gotta do
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid
Cool.
Cool like that, man?
Go ahead. Kuliku's pretty good though.
All right. Country or classic?
Classic.
Country.
Classic.
Classic.
Country.
Hey, nice.
All right. Panyejeong or Mavu?
Panyejeong.
Panyejeong.
Mavu.
I go Mavu.
Panyejeong.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a tough one.
That's
dude.
a tough one, dude.
Ooh,
That's
those
a tough
two
one.
are
I
hard.
think Panya is a little.
more out
more
there.
emotional.
yeah.
You know,
Oh.
They're both so good.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
bad saying
Yeah,
one
I
over the
know,
other.
dude.
Yeah. We had to put them
especially
together.
you being friends with them, Charles.
You had to say her.
Mabu's also a very cool person. We went to school together for a little bit. She's cool.
Oh, for real? Dang.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Tukey or Ruthless One?
You talking about
Tukey again.
Tukey,
Jeong.
Tukey the rapper
Tukey the rapper,
Oh.
or Ruthless One?
Is that Sing?
doing what?
Saying,
Oh, same.
uh-huh.
Doing just
Just
Their
Hey,
music.
music?
Their music.
Yeah, just
Their
pick
music. Quick fire, bro.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Music,
You're ruining the
production,
game.
whatever.
Facts, bro.
Reloading
no,
right
no.
now.
I think
He's
I think that was hard though because it's too. It's
Two
like,
different.
It's like Ruthless One. Like he
No, just-
produces.
Bro, just pick one,
But
and then
he does do
explain yourself
music,
at the
though.
end.
I go
When you
Tukey,
hear-
man.
Okay.
Tukey.
Yeah.
Ruthless One.
Tukey.
Tukey. Why?
Because I feel like Ruthless One he like produce on like the tight door and produce, you know. But
Dude, his-
I know he does like
His
songs
music
too.
is pretty good.
But I think I would rather listen to Tukey. If you put Tukey on,
You read
and,
this.
See-
Ruthless One, you know.
I like Ruthless One because they're kind of more like a punk. They got like
Yeah,
a punk vibe.
they're
to
a
it.
little
I like
punk,
that.
little
Untapped
rock,
Waters,
you know?
man.
Rock.
Yeah,
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 rock.
I like that, dude.
Yeah, that's a totally different.
Yeah.
But the thing you get with Tukey is his vocabulary.
Yes.
You don't get a lot of that with music today. So we were talking earlier about like music back then versus now. That is one thing that we have lost is our vocabulary. Like Becha Luin had chotala,
Yeah.
and that's
Deep
the truth.
meaning.
But Tukey still has that, and that's
Yeah.
what makes the song so good.
Yeah.
crisp. Yep.
Even like Shang Li. Shang Li, he's got like deep meaning.
Oh, yeah.
Def Rhyme, some of his music, if you listen to it, he's got some deep meanings too. Like
Yeah.
words that I've never heard of, like, the heck, dude?
Yeah.
You know, like,
All these adverbs.
yeah.
All right, next one. Pho or khopong?
Fuck all day, bro.
So,
PHO.
Pho.
Yeah, pho.
dang.
Although khopong is pretty good, bro.
It's good, but I read.
I felt like it was like putting your song on Mabu again. I couldn't.
Fuck all day, dude.
All right, voltage or escape?
High voltage.
High voltage.
Voltage.
High voltage.
I love escape.
They got good songs too.
I love
Yeah.
escape. Yeah.
Voltage
But you
is
can't
great.
go wrong with voltage.
Voltage is classic though.
Yeah.
It's great.
Escape the more do a singer. You lacrosse no shot lot you.
They escape.
No,
Not
I
that
know.
one.
I remember now. It was Gao Chi's. Gao Chi's uncle is from Escape. I think that's what I got the
Oh.
Gao
lacrosse.
Chi?
Gao Chi, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Rogers or Favre?
Rogers.
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 Dang.
All right. Khalid Universe or White Shadow?
Yeah, rapid fire.
Come on, Yee.
White Shadows.
Charles. Come.
White shadows.
White Universe.
Clear Shadow. Clear Universe.
I got White Shadow.
I got White Shadow. Yeah.
It depends what we're talking about though, you know?
What you mean? Just first thing you come out
Yeah.
with. What we gonna pick?
It's tough to choose from, back then versus now, because back then
You
would
can't
have been,
change that.
yeah, it would have been them. Now it would be her, but
Where could she go? You know, she
yeah,
could
it's hard.
she
Yeah.
could take it by the universe.
Dang,
man.
that's hard.
Yeah. You know, so like 20 years from now, if you say White Shadows or Clear Universe, we might say Clear Universe, just because we don't know where she's going.
Yeah.
You know, and White Shadow
Yeah.
is like solidified.
Okay.
You know,
okay. Then
yeah.
what about this? J Jen or White Shadow?
White Shadows, dude. I don't think JJ has a lot of music out there.
JJ had one really good hit though.
Yeah.
They got a few good songs.
JJ
Yeah.
deep too.
Yeah.
That was a good song.
Yeah. All right. Last one. David Yang or Chenin?
David Yang.
David Yang.
Channing.
Channing, my boy.
You better say Channing.
I go David Yang.
Channing can't rap.
Yeah, I can sing though.
David Yang can sing.
Not as good as Channing.
That's debatable.
Bet.
I was gonna say something, but it might have been not good. Not good.
All right. Hey, that's actually all that we have. Man, I wish I would have created more. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think we gotta do that
Rapid
more.
fire's
All right. Hey, that's all that concludes today's episode. We dove a little bit into the Hmong music industry. Comment down below. What other topics do you want us to chat about? Come join our conversations. Comment down, like our video.
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Hashtag rapid fire.
And make sure to follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and one last thing, guys. We have a new like series coming out. All right. So it's called ReLax Reacts. We have one video, but that was just kind of a little
Intro.
Like
intro
test,
to it.
yeah.
Tease. But we got other videos that'll be coming out, and it's gonna be pretty fun because we're just gonna try out different things and give you our reactions from playing that game to who knows, maybe we're gonna skydive or something in the future. But look out for that. That's all that we have. As always, relax.
You got it.
Check it out.